Last night, that voice spoke again. You know which voice I mean. You're not good enough. You won't succeed. Everyone will notice how inadequate you are. Is this voice really yours? Or are these words spoken years ago by someone else, now parroted in your mind? What if I told you this? The critic inside you is not you. It is an echo of the past, and today you will learn to speak to it in a new language. When you were a child, one day you broke something, perhaps a glass, perhaps a promise, and someone looked at you. That look spoke a language sharper than words. Again? I didn't expect this from you. You can't do anything right. That moment, those words. It wasn't just an incident. It became a record. The child lives the parent's unconscious, even if it is unspoken. Carl Gustav Jung. What NLP discovered is this: the mind has a program that replays past voices in the present tense. But here's the trick. That voice is no longer outside. It's inside, and you can control it. The left temporal lobe of your brain is responsible for language processing. Every thought is an electrical signal. Every word is a neural pathway. And one of NLP's most powerful insights: if you can't change the pathways, you can change the direction of the signal. Jung calls this active dialogue with the shadow. NLP calls it internal dialogue reframing. Both point to the same truth. If you are not the master of your inner voice, you are its prisoner. Now ask yourself for a moment, what is the true intention of this inner critic? Because Jung says, the shadow speaks not to destroy, but to warn. But you do not know the language of listening. Perhaps that voice is trying to protect you, but its language is violence. Perhaps it is trying to help you grow, but its method is criticism. So let us change its language. Now, step by step, 3 NLP methods for rewriting internal dialogue. 1. Meta model, questioning language. Analyze what your inner voice says word for word. Example: I never succeed. Stop. Ask the meta model questions. Never? Really? Never? No. Actually, I achieved something last week. What am I failing at? Everything? No, just this specific task. Who is saying this? My true self or my fear? My mother's voice, actually. Old program. I never succeed. New reality. I'm still learning this task. I've succeeded at other things in the past. This is the linguistic sensitivity of NLP. Jung adds, wrong words are prayers to the wrong gods. 2. Reframing, changing the meaning. The same event carries different meanings in different frames. Example: I made a mistake. I am a failure. Reframe. Frame 1. Learning window. I made a mistake. This is proof that my brain is learning something new. Thomas Edison failed 10,000 times. He just learned 10,000 ways not to do it. Frame 2. Shadow message. This mistake shows me something I need to pay attention to. My shadow is teaching me a lesson. Frame 3. The hero's journey. Every hero falls. You can't learn to get up without falling. As Jung said, it's not what happens to you that defines you, but how you react to it. NLP makes this operational. You cannot change the event, but you can change its frame. 3. Voice replacement. Changing the voice. Physically change the voice of your inner critic. Step 1. Awareness. Close your eyes. Hear that critical voice. What is its tone? Its speed? Its pitch? Step 2. Manipulation. Now turn that voice into a cartoon character, like Donald Duck, or a very slow, robotic voice. Step 3. Rewriting. Say the same words, but now in a loving, gentle voice, as if your closest friend were saying them. Screen. Sound wave transformation shown. Example. Old voice, harsh, fast. You failed again. New voice, soft, slow. It didn't work this time. What can you learn for next time? The subconscious knows that tone is more powerful than meaning. When you change the tone, the chemical reaction changes. Cortisol decreases. Serotonin increases. Jung called this the anima-animus dance, the art of balancing opposing energies.
Now let's go deeper. Jung used a technique called active imagination. This is a method of establishing a visual dialogue with the unconscious. Now we're going to do this exercise together.
Close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Imagine yourself in a dark room. This room is your subconscious itself. The walls are soft, indistinct. The light is dim. Now, a figure appears in the far corner of the room. This figure is your inner critic, your shadow. But don't be afraid. Approach. Look at its face. What do you see? Perhaps you see your younger self, a crying child. Perhaps you see a parent, angry, disappointed. Perhaps an abstract shadow, indistinct, but intense. Now ask that figure, what are you trying to tell me? Listen quietly. Accept the first answer that comes. Perhaps it says, I'm trying to protect you. I don't want you to suffer. Perhaps it says, they couldn't love you. I can't love myself either. Perhaps it says, I'm afraid of disappearing. Notice me. Now, respond to that figure, but this time with compassion. I see you. I hear you. We won't fight anymore. We will make peace. And now, embrace that figure. Yes, embrace your shadow, because it is also a part of you. Jung says, until you integrate your shadow, it will rule your destiny. But once you integrate it, it becomes your greatest strength. Slowly open your eyes. Welcome. You are no longer fighting your shadow. You are dancing with it. In 1913, Jung began keeping a diary to dialogue with his own unconscious. He called it the Red Book. He drew shadow figures. He spoke with them. He asked questions. And he discovered that the unconscious is not a monster, it is an advisor. But you must learn to speak its language. What NLP does is operationalize this language. Jung says, talk to your shadow. NLP says, here's how. Meta model, reframing, voice replacement. When the two come together, the language of the unconscious becomes a conscious tool, and you are now a translator. Today you learned that the voice inside you is not your enemy. It is merely speaking in the wrong language. Every criticism is actually a coded message. Every fear is actually a protective reflex. Every shadow is actually a lost part of you. From today onwards, remember this. When my inner critic speaks, I will not silence it. I will listen to it. Then I will teach it a new language. The language of compassion, the language of growth, the language of love. As Jung said, the day you make peace with your shadow, you will find true freedom. In the next section, we will move on to the topic of word spells, the unconscious power of language. Because you are not just speaking words. Words create your reality. Follow the channel, turn on notifications. And today, record your inner dialogue. Just observe. Because awareness is the first step towards transformation.